Hello everyone, this is the Blissey here back with another video, and today we're going to be looking at some leaked gameplay of Alcremie, the new supporter coming to Pokemon Unite. This leaked gameplay brought to you by the one and only El Chico Eevee. If you enjoy this video, or if you want to support El Chico Eevee, which please do because we've got so many leaks from them, please check out the description, please check out their channel, it's going to be linked down below. And it looks like we're starting with the ability here being Aroma Veil. When the Pokemon buffs an ally Pokemon or grants one a shield, any hindrances applied to the ally Pokemon are removed. This ability goes on cooldown after it's triggered. So this sounds pretty strong because, I mean, it's a built-in full heal, basically. That you can use on allies, and that's its ability. That's kind of crazy. I mean, it really depends on how long this cooldown is, right? This ability goes on cooldown after it's triggered, so really depends on how long that cooldown is, but seems pretty dang strong. Oh, I guess we're just going through all the moves and stuff right now. That's nice. Helping Hand. That's one of Blissey's moves that it gets on level up. Bit interesting. Okay. Has the user grant a designated ally Pokemon a shield and increase that Pokemon's attack and special attack for a short time. Interesting. So this is just an early game ability. Nothing too crazy, but kind of nice to have. I don't know how much it will increase it by, but probably not much. Charm. Has the user send its cute voice, okay, in the designated direction, applying a slowing effect on opposing Pokemon it hits, decreasing their attack and special attack and increasing the user's sweet gauge. Okay, so sweet gauge probably going to be an important part of Alcremie's kit here. It also slows them, decreases attack and special attack. I mean, in the mainline games, Charm decreases attack, I believe, so kind of following that. Recover. So one of the moves you get by level up, Recover. Has the user place a dollop, what a fun word, a dollop of whipped cream at the designated location. The dollop stays at that location for a short time. Interesting. When an ally Pokemon picks up the dollop, their HP is restored, their movement speed increases, and the user's sweet gauge increases. Quite a few things, okay. When the user's sweet gauge is full, okay, sweet gauge, the next dollop becomes sweeter, restoring more HP and increasing movement speed even more. Interesting. Upgrade. The maximum number of uses that can be kept in reserve for this move becomes 3. Whoa. So, I mean, does it start with the max number of uses being 1, or is it 2? Because, I mean, if it's just 1 and then it becomes 3, that is crazy big. If it's 2, I mean, that's still nice. Also, this sounds kind of like Eldegoss's Pollen Puff, because you, place it on an area and it can heal people. So, kind of sounds like that, but it also increases movement speed, so that's kind of cool. I don't know if it's going to be stronger in terms of healing compared to Pollen Puff, but I guess you can also have 3 in reserve when you get the upgraded version. Decorate. As a user, grant a designated ally Pokemon a shield. Each time the shielded ally Pokemon attacks with a basic attack, it deals additional damage. Oh, interesting. When the user's sweet gauge becomes full, the additional damage this move grants the shielded ally Pokemon is even greater. The additional damage this move grants. Okay, so it does more damage. Okay, with its basic attacks. Cool. Upgrade. Strengthens the effect of the shield granted by this move. So, kind of like a Safeguard Blissey type of situation. It's like Safeguard and Helping Hand in one almost. Because Safeguard, I think, just increases movement speed from Blissey, and it gives you a shield, of course. Oh, and it also cures status conditions, which is like the biggest part of it, but either way, this is interesting for basic attackers, right? Like Cinderace, Greninja, Duraludon, Decidueye, is Dragapult? Yeah, Dragapult. Like, it's very good for them, obviously. I wonder if it'll also proc up Decidueye's Razor Leaf. I feel like it would, because you're using basic attacks, right? So that is terrifying, because you can just shred through opponents. And I wonder, it really also depends, like, how long is that shield active on your ally Pokemon, because that can be pretty deadly for basic attackers, which is cool. I think basic attackers getting this is kind of nice. It's a supporter that definitely benefits them a lot. Sweet Scent. Also, what on earth? This is a huge area of effect. What? What is this? Okay, Sweet Scent. This is crazy. Has the user launch a Sweet Scent at a designated location, dealing damage to opposing Pokemon. Okay, finally a damaging move. A circle of scent remains for a short time, dealing damage, applying a slowing effect to opposing Pokemon that touch it, and increasing the user's sweet gauge. Interesting. Upgrade strengthens the slowing effect applied by this move. So slowing over a pretty large area of effect here. So that's kind of nice to control the pace of the battle. So yeah, not bad. It does some damage. We'll have to see how much damage it actually does. I'm guessing it won't be too much, but it's something. And then we have Dazzling Gleam. Has the user release a ray of light in the designated location, dealing damage to opposing Pokemon it hits, leaving them unable to... Okay, great. It stuns them. They're CC. No, of course they're CC. Yeah, leaving them unable to attack or act, and increasing the user's sweet gauge. If an ally Pokemon has a shield granted by Decorate, that Pokemon releases a ray of light as well. Wait, what? If an ally Pokemon has a shield... Oh! So kind of like Hoopa. Oh, kind of like Trick Hoopa. Because Trick Hoopa has that same thing, I think. I think that's what it's saying. The upgrade increases damage dealt. Interesting. So this is, I mean, this is CC, right? So CC is always so incredibly powerful. It really depends on how long this is, and also, does the allies Decorate, because it sounds like it's like Trick Hoopa. Is the allies Dazzling Gleam also able to stun, or does it just do damage? Because if it can also stun... Man, that is a bit mean. That is kind of scary, because this is also a pretty big area of effect. Like, that's a pretty big range. Interesting. Unite move, Fluffy Cream Supreme. What a fun name. Fluffy Cream Supreme. Can't wait to hear that on the broadcast of the Unite tournaments. As the user create a giant cake and stand on it, granting the user a shield, the user then sends whipped cream to nearby ally Pokemon. Ally Pokemon who received whipped cream have their HP restored and their max HP increased for a short time. Their HP restored and their max HP increased. Ooh, that's kind of cool. This Unite move ends when the user loses his shield. So what if you don't lose the shield? Does it just go on forever? So like basically opponents are gonna like jump on you and try and KO you as quickly as possible, or break your shield as quickly as possible while you're healing your teammates and increasing their max HP. Also, does it increase max HP based on like is there a set amount, or is it like based on a percentage, or is it based on the total amount of HP? All questions that we don't have the answer to, but hopefully eventually we will, because that could be pretty strong if it's based on like a percentage or something, right? Like defenders would be benefiting more. Also, I don't know if you can hear it, but there's someone outside driving and they are very loud, so apologies for that. But it looks like we're getting into the game here. Look at this little boy. Love Alcremie. Very fun. Very fun choice of a supporter. Also, I love how its basic attacks are like little blobs. That's so cool. That's nice. That's very nice. I didn't even think about it, but Hollowware for this Pokemon is going to look so cool. The Hollowware is going to be great for it, I'm sure. I guess so. This is Charm and Helping Hand here. So you can use Helping Hand on yourself, which is interesting. Because it also means if you can use things on yourself, that means you can proc that, what was it, the passive ability, which allows you to basically have that full heal. And I was trying to see if we can see it here. I was guessing this might be it, but I don't actually know where the cooldown of the passive is kept. Or is that just not shown? Maybe it's not like implemented to be visible yet. Maybe it won't be visible. I have no idea what this is. It's just there, which is a little confusing. I'm guessing that's going to be the passive, but maybe it's being a bit weird. This is, after all, like, is this PTS? I don't even know where this is. This is Alchiku. This is leaked gameplay, right? So things aren't going to be working perfectly. Also, we got Decorate, which I think it just gives a shield, right? Yeah, it gives a shield and you're dealing more damage with your basic attacks, which I guess we're trying to show here. So, which is kind of cool, of course. Slightly more damage from basic attacks, which is great. There we go. I think that was the sweet gauge was fully was filled there when it used Decorate earlier. Yeah, you can kind of see slightly more damage from basic attacks, which is kind of cool. Very cool. It's not like a game-breaking thing. I mean, of course, they could make it deal crazy amounts of damage, but it's a fun, decent upgrade to a Pokemon. It's great for a supporter, I feel. So, I guess we can skip ahead a little bit, maybe. This is... Oh, well, that was Dazzling Gleam. Oh, nice. Dazzling Gleam is very narrow. but it's a pretty decent distance. Oh, there we go. You can see both of them. Yeah, it's like Trick Hoopa, I think. Yeah, look at that. That is terrifying. Does the ally's Dazzling Gleam also stun? Oh, so it's not a very long stun duration, it doesn't seem like. I mean, any stun is obviously dangerous, but it doesn't seem like it's the longest duration, which is good. I don't think it should be. Let's see. Okay, we're not going to be able to see if the ally's also able to stun opponents, unfortunately. Maybe here? Man, that is such a long range, because your Dazzling Gleam goes so far, and then your allies can be going so far too. Like, that is kind of mean. Kind of mean what you can do with that. It's not the craziest amount of damage. I mean, like, obviously it did like 1,000 damage there, but there's like a 2-3 level lead on the opponent, so it's not doing a crazy amount of damage, which again is good. A supporter should not do crazy amounts of damage. We saw Psyduck already, and I'm guessing they're probably going to buff this, unfortunately, but hopefully they don't make it game breaking, you know. Forgot about this guy. Forgot about that guy. What are we doing here? Are we just scoring? Are we gonna use the Unite move or something? Or... Oh, there we go, Unite move. Speak of the devil. Okay, there it's using it, and I guess you can't move, which I didn't realize. Also, it does eventually end. It's not like you're stuck there forever, unless... Oh no, yeah, it does have a length. Okay. When I read it initially, I was like, oh, do you just get to use it until they break your shield? No, it's just for a set amount of time. Also, you're stuck in place, which I didn't realize, which is interesting. You're stuck in place while using it. So that is interesting because you're going to have to position yourself really well in team fights. Like, obviously this is great, like in a final fight at the Ray fight, it's a good thing to use. But you have to position yourself so well, like the Cramorant Unite move. But Cramorant's Unite, you have to be like kind of positioning yourself so you can deal more damage. In this case, you have to be in a more defensive position compared to Cramorant's Unite move. So that is interesting. I also don't know, it didn't seem like it was the craziest amount of healing, but the teammates were also like running out of the circle. So we'll have to see if we can get a better visual on how much it's actually healing. Unite move is charging relatively fast though. I mean, it's not like it's not crazy fast, but it's not like too slow or anything either. So that's interesting. Guessing we're going to get a Unite move somewhere. Oh, there we go. I was gonna say, probably gonna get it at some point here. It moved. How did it move? Wait, what? It moved. Oh, Crussel's wall. Crussel's wall moved. I was like, how are we moving? Also, yeah, it's healing everyone. Okay, sorry, one more time. I was distracted by Crussel. It's healing... Okay, it's healing like all of your allies a little bit. 128, 128. I'm wondering if you can increase its healing. Like, does the healing scale off of special attack? Or, like, if you stack with this, are you able to heal even more? I'm not really sure. But there might be... Oh, we're using Recover. Okay, we're switching to the other move. Sorry, let me just think for a second. So, I think this is a good move. I think the Unite move is okay. It really depends, because it wasn't the craziest amount of healing. It feels like Clefable's Moonlight might heal more than it. But increasing the max amount of HP could come in clutch in team fights, right? Like, you start a fight off and you're engaging with that and you're increasing your teammates' maximum HP. That could be big. It really, really depends on how you can potentially increase that amount of healing. Like, does it scale off of... What does it scale off of? That we have no idea. Because if you can increase it with stacking or something, you know, that would be huge. Also, this is Recover. It's interesting that this move is Recover and it creates the dollops. Also, these things last for quite a while. Okay, we finally saw one of them disappear. They last for a long time. So that is... interesting. I wish there was a visual indicator for when they disappear. Maybe there is one. Oh, maybe it's this thing? Oh yeah, there we go. Or, yeah, there it disappeared. So, this like circle kind of indicates... Also, it's lagging a bit. I don't think that's my computer. But yeah, the circle kind of indicates when it's going to go. And I guess it kind of depletes over time. Also, I just realized you have multiple. You do have 2. So you start with 2 and then the upgrade increases it to 3. So not the craziest upgrade, but still it's a decent upgrade. Yeah, for some reason I thought it would be bigger. Also, is that Sweet Scent? Oh, that is Sweet Scent. That is a smaller area than what I thought it was. For some reason, the picture made it look a lot bigger. I think it was just zoomed in or something. Okay, so... does it do more damage on the edge there, or was that the basic attack? I could not tell. But, yeah, these dollops... dollop is such a fun word. These dollops of whipped cream are cool. Yeah, I think the edges of the circle might do more damage. Also, that Sweet Scent is not there for a very long amount of time. It's just there for a little bit. Yeah, it doesn't last very long at all, actually. Which, yeah, I mean, I don't know if it should last longer. But that is interesting. For some reason I thought it's going to last for a very long time and it will... holy, it is lagging. Folks, it is not my laptop. Sometimes it's my laptop, this is not my laptop. It's the game. It's the video. Interesting. But yeah, Recover and Sweet Scent. And I think the edges are doing more damage. I'll try and pay a bit more attention here. Yeah, I guess within it they're slowed, and then if they go to the edge it does more damage. I think. Can't really tell. It's a little tough to tell. Also, I didn't really realize until just now that dollop, the recovery from the whipped cream thing, it does increase movement speed, which I know it said that earlier, but I didn't really pay attention to that because lag was a bit distracting and also other things. But yeah, that does increase movement speed. So these two moves actually work pretty well together, you know? I mean, obviously, Dazzling Gleam and Decorate are incredible together because you can just deal so much damage, but these two moves actually work well together too because, you know, Sweet Scent, you're decreasing opponent's movement speed. Recover, you're increasing your movement speed or your ally's movement speed. So it kind of synergizes pretty well together, these two moves, with one another. And then obviously Decorate and Dazzling Gleam, holy lag. Decorate and Dazzling Gleam, obviously we know those are incredible together, so... yeah, I think the edges definitely do more damage because the opponents were taking chunks of damage there. Yeah, these moves do synergize kind of well. The speed of the battle, controlling that is obviously huge. Whether it's lowering your opponents or increasing your allies. And then, yeah, Dazzling Gleam is crazy. Oh, here we go, Unite move. Okay. Scyther didn't want healing. The armor's getting healed, I mean, getting healed up quite a bit there. There is a massive level disparity between them and the opponents, so not the greatest representation, but I mean, it's bots. It's never going to be the greatest representation until you actually take it into battles yourself, right? So this is just an idea to get a look for what these moves will behave like, right? I think in terms of damage, it doesn't seem to be the craziest thing, which is good, but also Dazzling Gleam... we weren't able to really see if the ally's Dazzling Gleam also stuns. I'm guessing it might, which is kind of annoying. Oh no, they might go down. They might go down. No, they won't go down. But yeah, we'll have to see. Alcremie got that KO on Blissey. That was an off-screen KO. Interesting. But yeah, fun stuff. It's cool to get more supporters in Unite. Also, the healing, I don't know if it's comparable to Eldegoss, but I was just thinking about this. It isn't the same as Pollen Puff because Pollen Puff does a burst of healing to anyone around it, while the Recover from the dollops here, it's just healing a single person. So it might be a slightly more concentrated amount of healing, maybe slightly more, but it is only healing one person versus Eldegoss's Pollen Puff, which heals multiple people who are near it. So just something to keep in mind. At damage, it does rack up if they go to the edge. So hopefully you all found this enjoyable. Again, check out Elf Chico Eevee. Without them, this wouldn't be possible. And hope you all enjoy. And I will be there in the next video. Cheers.